Hello everybody, good morning. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Happy Saturday. I know many people started holiday break or have some time off. So congratulations, and hopefully you guys are going to be getting some rest and relaxation. Have a great end of 2020 and be ready to rock 2021. So if you are hopping on, please tell me, are you done with your holiday shopping? I am 98% done. So good feeling. Good morning, Lori. All right, so I'm going to dive right in because my battery is low. So those of you guys that aren't familiar, my battery is always low. So I'm going to maybe talk faster than I normally do. I tried to juice it up, and you know what? I didn't want to be late either. So I tried to juice it and go live at the same time. So Hostess coaching. This was the number one topic that you guys chose, that you felt like you needed a training on. I'm guessing most of you guys are already doing some of these things. And so hopefully you can, if you can even take one tip away from today, I call that a win. And you will see as you go throughout your Color Street business, you are going to learn more and more and become more confident in your business. But you got to keep learning, and you got to keep tuning into trainings. I can't tell you how many trainings I still catch per week, even though, like, you know, I'm kind of more established in my business, but I am always tweaking things. I am always taking ideas from uplines, downlines, sidelines. It does not matter how long you've been in the business or what rank you are. Everyone has great tips to give. So learn from others and take their knowledge and just grow your business. So, okay, hostess coaching. So a hostess can make or break a party, but if you don't have an amazing active hostess, that's okay. It doesn't mean your party's gonna flop. So I'm gonna talk about some things that I do and I tell my hostess to have a great party. And then I'm gonna give you a few tips of things that I do when that hostess is just not showing up. Because I think, and I have it happen all the time, I will have people message me and they're like, oh my gosh, my hostess isn't inviting anybody. They're not commenting. This party's going to fail. And I'm like, it does not have to fail. It's only going to fail if you have it in your mindset that this party is going to fail. Okay. So, first things first, I set up my group for my parties a week ahead of time, exactly 1 week before the party. So if the party's on Tuesday, I set it up the Tuesday before. If it's on Sunday, I set it up the Sunday before. Why? Because your hostesses are not going to be like as prompt maybe as you always want them to with inviting. So you need to give them some time to get the invites done before the party starts. So I always start a week ahead of time, and I tell them, I said, I'm gonna start posting tomorrow. So please try to have your invites done by then. And then I kind of wait and watch. Looks like my cat wants to join the training today, guys. And then I kind of wait and watch to make sure they're doing it before I start posting. So I send a video with all of their directions. You don't have to do a YouTube video, but I will tell you that as you start doing more and more and more parties, I do about 8 a month. It took me about 6 months before I got tired of saying the same thing to every single hostess 8 times a month. So I filmed a video with my directions, and I just send that to them, and I say, hey, let me know if you have any questions after you watch this. If not, go ahead and start inviting, and I give them all the directions. But basically in the video, it tells them that I want them to personally invite. I want them to send a message to everyone they want to invite with the link. I do not give a script because I personally hate when I get scripts. That is just me, and I'm not dissing those that give scripts, okay? But every single person that invites me to a party, I can tell that they have been given a script and that I am just another person on their list, okay? So I always tell them, here is the link to invite people to the group. I want you to tell your guests what you love best about the product and why you would like to share it with them. And that is the only information I give them, because if they love how quick it is, I want them to tell their people that. If they love that it doesn't chip, I want them to tell their people that. If they're a busy mom and like this blows their mind because they never got to have their nails done before, I want them to tell their people that. I don't want them to say what I tell them to say, okay? I always tell them to invite about 20 to 25 people, because I feel like more than 25, you're gonna start getting outside of your close friends and family zone, and then it's gonna start seeming more spammy. Less than that, I feel like it's not impossible, but it is harder to get the party to 300. And 300 is always my goal for every single party. And then I also always make them share the link, because I don't want anyone having to hunt and find, where is this group that I'm trying to join? It just needs to be click, join, super easy. Okay, so that's how they invite. Once they do the inviting, and everyone has like filtered into the group, I give it like a day, sometimes 2. I ask them to do a welcome post, preferably with their face, but sometimes hostesses are shy and they just want to do their nails, and that's totally fine. But I have them do a welcome post that just says, again, why they love the product, how long they've been wearing it, some of their favorite styles, what they're currently wearing, and then that picture of what they're wearing is going to come into play later on, because remember, we just started doing this a week before the party. So in a week, then they can post a progress pic and show, hey, these are my nails. They've been on like 8 days and they still look great. So they can post a follow-up pic before the party. Grace, I see your question, and I'm gonna go through this before my phone dies, and then I'm gonna go back to all the questions just in case. So then day before the party, I have them do a mani update. If they change their nails, I tell them to show that they put on a new set, and things like that. And then I also have them post on their personal Facebook page. This is one that, again, not all hostesses do it, but if they do it, they're gonna get more people. And I also share a personal experience when I ask them to post on their personal page, so that they know I'm not just telling them to do it, but I'm telling them why, okay? It's just like a toddler running at the pool. You don't just say, don't run. You say, you need to walk because you're gonna slip and fall, okay? So give them a reason. And I tell them, hey, when I had my party before I was a stylist, I posted on my Facebook page and I had 4 people from college that I hadn't talked to in several years that not only joined my party, but purchased from my party. So it's super important to post on your personal Facebook page, because you never know who might be interested in joining your party or may like this product that you forgot about or haven't thought of, okay? So that is important. Okay, so the day of the party, I tell them, like, this is a great day to send out text reminders and reminders that your party is tonight. Please make sure you include the time and the time zone so that they know what time to tune in. And then I give them the directions for their party. So, I tell them to make sure they're commenting on all the posts. Big one, number 1. I tell them to make sure they are asking questions. So, if there's anything during the party that they don't know, to ask the question and not be shy. So like, oh, do I still get the $3 shipping if I order 12 sets? Or can I take advantage of the buy one, get one French special and the buy 3, get 1 free? I tell them to ask questions throughout the party, because then I can respond to those questions and their guests see those too. I also tell them to try to tag at least 2 friends per post, and not just tag like the name and leave it, but tag and ask a question. So for example, if it's a this or that post, tag a friend and say, hey, so-and-so, which one would you wear? Or If it's like crayon-tastic and glitter sweet and you have a friend that you know loves red, say, hey, Norma, did you see this red right here? It's gorgeous and would look great on you. So I tell them to ask questions, and I even give them 2 or 3 examples of the types of questions that they could be tagging and asking underneath the posts. That way they're not coming up with all of this on their own. And then also making sure they're commenting on their friends' comments. So if your friend says, oh, I would choose this, then the hostess should be saying, oh my gosh, I love that one, or, you know, whatever. That way you're getting like the back and forth interaction, which is what boosts the post, which is what is going to get more people tuned into the party and engaged. I also, before the party, offer them an extra free gift. Sometimes I forget, I'm going to be honest. An extra free gift if they go live before the party. It does not have to be an application demo. It can just be a simple like, hey guys, I'm so excited for my party night. Can't wait for y'all to tune in at 8 p.m. I hope you'll join me, blah, blah, blah. You know, I tell them if they have their like drink and their snack ready or whatever to post a picture with that and just show it off. You know, and I say, hey, even if it's like a 10-second live, your friends want to see you. And I just offer them an extra gift if they do it. It's usually just accent nails. It's nothing big. You know, make it fit your budget. It can be whatever. People love free stuff. It does not matter what it is. Okay, so we go through the party. If I'm talking too fast, you can slow me down. Okay, so day after the party, I give the hostess an update, and then I post an update in the party, and I want them to know where they are so that they know how far they are away from their rewards. And then I sometimes will send them a graphic if they're like close to the next rewards level, rather than me posting and saying like, hey, Bree is just 1 order away from hitting her rewards. I will make a graphic that says, hey guys, I'm just 1 order away, and I will ask the hostess to post it, because if they are friends with these people, they're gonna get more views when they post it versus when I post it. So that's a little tip there. And then making sure that all of my thank you posts that I do, that they are commenting under the thank you posts and thanking them for joining. And then just a little side tip, it's not hostess coaching related, but one thing that I have also started doing to get more people in my VIP group, because I notice not everyone sees the like, hey, join my VIP group post. Under their thank you post where they ordered, I will say, hey, so-and-so, don't forget to join my VIP group so you can post a picture of your mani and be entered for a free set. And I put the link there because, again, click join. You want to make it as easy as you can for everybody. Okay, so that's after the party. And then when I follow up with the hostess, I also say, like, hey, don't forget you can get $75 in free nails if you can get 3 friends to host for you. Who do you think you could reach out to? And I try to get them to give me some names so that they will do it. Some hostesses, I can tell they're going to do it because they'd be like, oh yeah, I know a couple people I could ask. And then others will be like, okay, yeah. And so I kind of judge their response to decide if I need to still reach out or if I know they're going to reach out. But I want them to reach out because their friends are a lot more likely to say yes to hosting if they ask them than if I ask them, because I'm the sales lady, they're their friend or family member. So I always try to get my hostess to do it if I can. And then if they come back and they're like, yeah, I don't know who I should ask, then that's when I will guide them. So I will look at who was the most active during the party, who placed the largest order during the party, who commented on my poll that they love Color Street and, you know, whatever. And then I'll say, I would maybe start with these 3 people and ask them, because I want to guide them to the people that I think are most likely to say yes. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, so what do you do if your hostess is just like checked out, doesn't show up, isn't commenting, isn't following any of your directions, okay? So a lot of times I can turn that around just by kind of like putting the rewards out there. I've noticed some hostesses, they're not trying to not be active, but they are timid about tagging because they're like, oh, I don't want to like bug my friends or whatever. And I'll just be like, hey, I know you might not feel comfortable tagging, but this is what you need to do if you want to get these rewards. And I want to get you as many rewards as I possibly can. And so I make it seem like, because I'm trying to help you get more rewards. So if you do this, it'll help. And a lot of times I will see a shift in the hostess like halfway through the party, and all of a sudden they will start commenting and tagging. So that's one thing to try. The other thing is like, if they don't invite like you tell them to, you can go in and do like the reminder invite. For those of you that don't know how to do that, click on the members. It'll show who they invited that haven't accepted yet. You can send a reminder up to one time. Sometimes that gets more people in the group. If it doesn't, then I just message them with the link. And I'm like, hey, I saw so-and-so invited you to your Color Street party. It looks like you missed the notification. I wanted to make sure you had the link to join us tonight, so that I'm getting more people in the group, because my hostess might not be doing all the things that I asked her to do. Okay, I think that is pretty much what I have. So I'm going to scroll back through questions. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them below and I will answer them. Thank you, Vanessa. It is from my favorite online affordable boutique that you know I love to shop at, which my husband has tried to ban me from any more online shopping. Let's see here. I know I saw a couple. Okay. Do you have a party template or mock party? I have a way of running mine, but I'm curious. Yes, Grace, we have a mock party group called, I don't remember what I called it. It's called Launch Strong Team Sparkle Mock Party. And it has my entire template, how I run it, when I set the group up, when I start posting, what I post, all the wording, everything. So I will drop that link down below so that you can join. Is it Nydia? I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Yes, I will post a link to the video down below, and the video is also in the mock party group as well, so that you can watch it and see exactly what I tell my hostesses. And then one thing I forgot to add is I also show them the different rewards levels. So I'm like, if you hit $150, this is what you get. And I hold up like the free set and the half off. And I'm like, if you hit $300, this is what you get, all these nails. And so I try to get them excited by showing them like, hey, if you do what I tell you, like, we're going to get you some free nails. Yes, Grace, do not forget about the booking program. The booking program is gold. And even if your hostess does not reach out, if I reach out, a lot of times I get a lot of parties that way, because I'm like, hey, would you like to help your friend earn a $25 booking credit and we'll get you some free nails too? They may not care about the getting the free nails part, but they care more about helping their friends. So if you phrase it that way, and make it seem like they are helping the hostess, I guarantee you're going to get a lot more bookings. Okay, let's see. Any more questions? Most people don't see my messages from people they aren't friends with, though. Right. Yes, Grace, that is true. And that is why I friend the people in the party. Very important. It was very hard for me to get over that when I started, because I was a teacher. I was very private about my Facebook page. I was one of those people that I didn't add coworkers. I didn't friend people I didn't know. But let me tell you, when those people become your friends on Facebook and they become your customers, they are going to buy from you and support you so much more if they feel like they know you, and I feel like they have to be your Facebook friend, to really like get to know you and feel like they know you. How long is a typical party? So my typical parties are about 10 days. I open them a week ahead, mainly just to get people in the group, get samples out. I run a 45-minute party the following Tuesday, because I run my parties on Tuesday. I close them on Friday. So after they have the party, I post a little incentive if they order in the first 24 hours. I also post a 24-hour early bird special. And I feel like most people order before the party or in the first 24 hours or the last day. So I don't drag them out too long. And I just say, hey, this party will be closing on Friday. And then Friday, I basically do a countdown. And I'm like, you have 12 hours. You have 4 hours. This is last call. And I make sure to message every single person in the party and let them know this is the last day. Your hostess is 2 orders away from hitting their goal. Here's the link if you want to shop. And I just send them a little personal reminder. And that tends to almost always get like 2 to 3 more orders on the last day. Okay. Yes, I struggle with that. I'm a super private person on social media. I get it. I still have my personal page set to private. And I just, if it's a Color Street post, I'll switch it to public. But I totally get that. But you'll find, and here's the way I rationalize it, Grace. It's not a completely random person. It's of a friend of a friend. And as you go through parties, it might be a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. But I feel like all my friends are completely normal, not crazy, unless it's like fun crazy, human beings. And so that's kind of what got me over that mindset. Like, okay, it's okay to friend these people because they're a friend of my friend or a friend of a friend of a friend. And so I know they're not nuts. You know, they're normal people. I can trust them to friend them. Okay, do you have a graphic when to join the VIP group to alert them the party is closing? So I always post the next day about joining my VIP group, and I just give them a quick little rundown of some things going on in there to remind them, like, you know, hey, these are some reasons you might want to join. Like, you know, post a picture of your nails and get entered for a free set, things like that. So I do that the day after the party, and then I do like one more before the party closes. So I try to always post about joining my VIP group twice. But again, I typically get more people by commenting under their thank you order posts. Do you continue to post when any other launches releases months later? So I do and I don't. So like, obviously, I can't go back and post in like 300 old groups. But when new launches come out, I do try to go back and post in like my most recent parties. And then if it was like a party that did really well, sometimes I will go back and post like sporadically. You can set your friends list to private. Set your friends list to private so that like they can't friend your friends, Devin? Is that what you're saying? And yes, growing your network is a must. Using this platform as your storefront. Yes, that's a perfect way to explain it. Our Facebook page is our storefront. And that's another great reminder, even though it's 2020 and a lot of us sometimes want to like complain on our Facebook page. I'm not saying you can't ever say like, you're having a crappy day, but if you're like constantly being like, oh my gosh, this happened, nobody's going to want to buy from you. Nobody's going to want to like join your parties because it's, you know, like people want to be lifted up. And yeah, it's your storefront. So it's like, you know, when you're in a store, they're not telling you about everything that happens at home and like their entire life story and everything that went wrong. So, you know, just, you know, keep that in mind. We all have bad days, but we definitely don't want our Facebook page to be all negative. What do you do if party goers don't check their PM? Well, I can't do anything about that, Candy. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes they don't check my PM. I do try to do it like, so I always do a live before the party and I tag everybody as the reminder to hop on. And then the last day to order, I always post last day to order and I tag everybody. So, I mean, you do what you can. Occasionally, if it's someone I like really need to get a hold of, because like if they comment during the party, like, oh, I like these and I have them in my inventory and I message them and they don't see it, I'll just post in the party, so-and-so, check your PM, and I tag them. I mean, I got no shame in my game. So I'll do what I need to do to get a hold of people. And, you know, I'm not afraid to personally message people or get a no or have them ignore me. It doesn't bother me at all. All right. Any last minute questions? Thanks for tuning in on your guys' Saturday. Hopefully you found something helpful that you can take to your parties. And like I said, I will post the mock party link below. I will post the video below, although it is in the mock party. And I think that's it. So if I don't go live before Christmas, I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. But I'm sure that I will. Oh, Devin, nope, I missed your question about archiving. I will go back and answer it, okay? I don't archive my parties unless like they do absolutely terrible and I think nothing's going to come of them ever. But yes, I keep them open. Good question. Okay. All right, everybody. Happy Saturday. If you're watching the replay, drop your questions down below and I will respond to them. All right. Bye, everybody.